Thanks for staying with us. Reports say refugees are reporting that the international students fleeing Ukraine are dying by the side of the road from hypothermia and heart attacks after being stuck for days in the snow and having guns pointed at them by Ukrainian soldiers. The reports say thousands of students from Africa, South Asia, and the Middle East are trying to flee the invasion of Ukraine into neighboring countries like Poland and Hungary. But the United Nations had said on Tuesday that black and brown refugees are facing racism at the borders. Dozens of refugees who recently made it through into Poland have been speaking about being racially abused and treated worse as they tried to escape. There were more than 70,000 international students in Ukraine when the war broke out, including many training to be doctors or nurses. Well, one person who isn't in Ukraine but whose heart is still in the Ukraine is Ife Idowu, a Nigerian who was able to flee to Hungary. Nice to speak with you, Ife, even though the circumstances are less than auspicious. Thank you for speaking with us.
Yeah, good morning. Thank you for having me.
Where exactly are you in Hungary?
I'm in Budapest. I'm in a hotel and it's paid
In
for by the
Budapest.
government. Yeah.
What was your experience like getting out of Ukraine into Hungary?
Yeah, well, for me, I drove down here. I had to drive about 1,600 kilometers. And usually it was supposed to be a 19-hour journey, but it took me 2 days to get here because of traffic and a lot of people were fleeing and there were thousands of checkpoints on the way. So yeah, it was just normal to get here in 2 days. I mean, some people took more, but I just had to leave. I drove all through the day and night just to get here.
Now, you say you drove. I'm taking that to mean that you were in your own car and you drove this distance.
Yeah, I drove that distance.
Wasn't that dangerous? Were you alone?
Yeah, it was dangerous. I was alone in the car. I mean, I drove throughout alone. It was dangerous. They let me know it was dangerous, but I had to leave. I mean, I just had to leave.
When you say you had to leave, what was the situation just before you left?
Before I left, it was calm. It was okay, but after the first explosion, I thought I was still going to stay behind. And then not until one morning, the explosion was close to my house. I opened the windows and there was smoke everywhere. My parents were disturbing me, I would say it like that. They just said I had to leave. And I had a family, man. I have a family. And we're separated right now. I mean, it's not cool, you know. So living was difficult. I mean, right now, I don't even know where we are. So I left, I just got in the car and I drove off.
Now, we're hearing reports. We're hearing reports that those who are trying to flee, particularly those from Africa, African students and workers and so on, trying to flee, apart from the danger that the invasion or the war has brought about, they're also facing racism at the border, both from the Ukrainians and the Russians. Did you experience any of this, or do you know anyone who says he or she has?
Well, to be honest, no. Most of us should understand that if we were in the same situation, we'll save our people first. But sometimes people misunderstand these things as racism. Yeah, there's racism, okay? But we should know, of course, that there are people who will be priorities first. I did not witness any racism. I did not go through Lviv border to get to Poland. We knew that there were lots of people going to Poland, so we chose another border, that was Hungary. So here there are less people coming to this region. That was why I chose this side. It's a longer drive, but I mean, I got here. There was nobody on the queue. They processed me in 15 minutes, and that was it.
Now, the other thing, of course, that I want to ask is that there's big news about evacuations out of Poland, out of Hungary, and other such places, Romania. by Nigerian authorities to bring Nigerians like yourselves back home. Are you planning on taking advantage of that? And if so, how?
No, no, I'm not planning on taking any advantage of going anywhere. For now, I want to be here. I want to be close to my family. I mean, I'm
Where's your
just
family?
hoping.
Where is your family?
They're back in Zaporizhia.
That's in the Ukraine.
Yeah, they're still in the Ukraine.
How come you left without them?
You do the same in my shoes. I don't want to go into the details now, but it wasn't an easy thing to do. They're strong patriots, and they said they'd rather die in the country than live somewhere else as refugees.
Oh, let me get it straight. You're married to a Ukrainian.
No, I'm not married.
Okay, so when you say that, what do you mean?
I'm not married yet. We're
My apologies if I sound inquisitive. It's just that it's difficult to explain how you left and left behind people who are so dear and so close to you.
We're courting. Let me use it that way. Yeah, we're not married officially yet.
Oh, okay. I think I understand that. So your mind is still in the Ukraine because they're still there,
100%.
even though you are in Hungary.
100%. The moment I hear that the war bell is over, I'm driving back to Ukraine. My heart is in Ukraine.
This is a different experience from those of others that we've spoken, other Nigerians who have spoken to.
Yeah, that's why I said my situation is complicated, but it's life.
Let me ask you about others. If your situation is as you've explained it, and you've also said that you're just waiting for the situation to improve and change, you're going back. So the question of evacuating does not refer to you.
No.
Others that you know, other Nigerians that you know who were trapped in other parts of the Ukraine and who are trying or who were trying to and have some cases succeeded in getting out. What are the experiences that have related to you? Do you know anything about them? And if some of them have in fact left for home?
Well, most of my friends have been here too for a very long time. And I don't think anyone I know is planning on going back to Nigeria. Instead, we're using this opportunity to get deep down into Europe and use the programs that they've prepared for us. But I don't want to do any of that now. I just want to go back to Ukraine. Some people have gone to Germany, some have gone to Austria, some have gone to Italy. I mean, the United Nations they've done a really great job for refugees, and people are using that opportunity. And I'm just grateful to them. I mean, we're living here free, they're feeding us and all that. So yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm just grateful.
Just grateful to be alive and hopeful that at a point in time you'll be reunited with your family.
Yeah, 100%.
We join you in saying amen to that. Ifedo, thank you for your time this morning and very best of luck to you.
Thank you very much, too. Bye. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.